Hello, I'm your host, John Huang, and this is.
I am Horace Mann.
So, where were you born and what was your early life like?
I was born on May 4th, 1796 in Franklin, Massachusetts. My life was riddled with a lot of poverty. My teachers were very poor at their jobs, and I self-taught myself at the Franklin Town Library. I received assistance from a tutor named Samuel Barrett who made me learn Greek and Latin.
Okay, what university did you attend and what did you major in?
I was admitted to the sophomore class at Brown University in Rhode Island, and I took an interest in politics and social reform.
Um, what did you do after you graduated Brown University?
After graduating Brown University, I practiced law, and that made me have a seat in the Massachusetts House of Representatives and Senate.
What did you accomplish as a representative and a senator?
I focused mainly on infrastructure regarding building canals, railroads, and even a mental asylum in Worcester.
You are known for reforming the public educational space. What sparked that interest?
What sparked my interest in the public education space, reforming it, was that I saw the Common School movement. The Common School movement instilled kids with patriotism, mixed rich and poor students together in the same social environment. It also gave young people democratic views, and lastly, it trained skilled workers.
How did you help with the public educational system?
When Massachusetts created its Board of Ed, I became the secretary of it, and due to the funds, they needed a lot more leadership, which I had. I also created a Common School Journal in 1838, which would inform teachers and anybody who would listen about education. And lastly, I additionally went to Europe, and I looked at some of the school systems there, like the Prussian education system, which was tax funded, which I think is necessary for the United States to succeed.
Okay. What were your main principles regarding public education?
My main principles regarding public education is that the public should be paying and maintaining the schools. Schools should be open to kids from varying backgrounds. Schools should be non-religious and taught with the belief of a free society, and that there must be professionally trained teachers.
So, why do you push for professionalized teaching?
I push for professionalized teaching because otherwise you will end up with a similar situation where I was when I was young, where I had really bad teachers that didn't teach me anything, and self-education was the only way to dig myself out of that hole.
Okay.
And if they have a salary to look forward to, then people will be more inclined to teach.
So, why do you think education should be taught from a variety of backgrounds?
Education should be taught from a variety of backgrounds because it gives everyone an equal chance at success. A major problem, at least in the early 1800s, is that only the rich could ever afford a decent education. And having no education for half the populace is not going to work out. And so when you have an education for everybody, the country will end up being a lot peacefuler and prosperous and potentially lower crime.
So, before you said that education should be taught non-religiously. Why do you think that?
I think that because religion can cause a lot of issues, especially with clashing religions. Religions have varying beliefs, and if you have one belief that's set in stone for all the kids, that will not be fair for kids with other beliefs.
To add on to the question, you said that education should be taught with free belief. Why do you think that?
I think that because you should want kids to have not have any bias or anything that's swaying their opinion, and that's how you develop a free thought. And the government should really be limited in intervening with public and personal life.
What do you think of the education before and after your Reformation?
I do think that I reformed the education system to the best of my ability because before there was a lot of issues with having sex, race, and money being an issue for a lot of people unable to gain an education. After my reforms, so I try to fix as many issues of those as possible, like removing religion from schools, dealing with the funding of schools being tax paid, and I tried to fix race issues.
Yeah, okay. You've done many reformations. What do you think is your most daring reformation?
By far, my most daring reformation is when I created a college in Yellow Springs, Ohio in 1853. This college supported coeducation, non-sectarianism, which is meaning no religion, and equal opportunity for African Americans. All of these reasons were unheard of at the time, and they're very progressive in my opinion.
Did you face any oppositions when reforming the public education system?
I faced a lot of opposition, mainly from clergymen who did not like the idea of non-religious schools. There was also educators who criticized my methods, and lastly, politicians that they thought I was infringing upon the public school authority, which I was not.
So we have one of your famous quotes here on a poster. What do you mean by this?
I mean that anybody should strive to make the world a better place because everybody has the ability to do so. And if they don't, there should be shame put upon them because everybody has the chance to change the world if they put enough effort into it.